Welcome to The Guest, your weekly appointment with the personalities shaping the future of Gabon and Africa. Today, we are joined by an entrepreneur, innovator, and business leader whose work is helping redefine how technology services is used in this country. So let me introduce to you right now Mrs. Madeleine Orlane Renguila Onkana. You're a businesswoman and also a leader. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you to have me here, Mr. Lemongol.
Okay. So for viewers who may discover you today, can you please introduce yourself? What you're doing? What are your field of activities?
I'm Madeleine Orlane Renguila. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Renguila Digital. We can also say country manager or owner. And I'm also the VP, so the Vice President of ABJA. That is the biggest and the oldest entrepreneurship association in Gabon with wonderful profiles. And except the title, I'm someone who really deeply believes in the potential of technology and the local content in Africa, especially in Gabon.
Okay. So can you tell us what inspired you in your journey, this journey in entrepreneurship? What is your inspiration?
Actually, lack of work, because I lost my job because I was working in the oil industry and the company closed its branches, actually. And I had to think about doing what I love. The most important question is what keeps me in that sector.
Okay.
Actually, it's a vision and observation. As an entrepreneur, we're looking for money. So I'm not a politician, I'm a businesswoman. So the focus is on money. And I had to see what is the future. The future is in technology and innovation. So I had to put myself 100% inside. There is no organization, government, industry, public sector or private sector who will not need the digital transformation.
Okay.
So there is a need there. If there is a need, there is a market. If there is a market, there is a platform where young people can express themselves. So there is employment.
Okay. So now let's talk about one of your first ventures, Ventures for Africa. Mm-hmm. So what is the story behind this company and what are you doing in this field?
Actually, it was Renguila for Africa. Now it's Renguila Digital. It can be Renguila Gabon 24 tomorrow. We never know. Yeah. But what they have in common first is they're all Renguila, so they're all Gabonese, and it's an experience. It's Renguila for Africa was about education and mind changing.
Okay.
Actually, it wasn't only an English laboratory, and we worked with psychologists, and we had the best team of teachers. And I was not looking for a teacher, because we know exactly what they did to us in high school.
Okay.
I was looking for people that study overseas in English-speaking country with that mindset, and that people who are working in the big industry, that they are having already resilience in them. So I had this wonderful team, I still have, and we were the best in the market. So we even had most of the ministers in Gabon. We have half of the government to teach. I even had to teach some people in the previous president's house.
Okay.
And
so they all came to you looking for to learn English.
The reputation was so big, and it's still, because the English laboratory is still open and handled by Mrs. Hélène Renguila.
Okay.
And with that Human Foundation, because as I told you, we had a psychologist, Mrs. Christelle, we had to make people understand that there is no only learning, They need to know exactly who they are, find this authenticity. And with that Human Foundation, I had to look for myself too. So I was teaching, but I was also learning about human. And with that authenticity, I had to know exactly what I wanted to do in life. So, and of course, getting money as a businesswoman, and to see the future, and the future is in technologies.
Okay, so in this field, what were the biggest obstacles, like the difficulties that you had to go through?
As an entrepreneur, they're kind of the same. The first one, unfortunately, is the fact that you are a woman. When you are a woman, or when you are young, I'm not that young anymore, but I'm still a woman, absolutely, you can still find special people, not in a good way, and you need to make them understand that you are smart also, sometimes like them, sometimes more than them. And actually, there's a cue for that. It's working harder and put more discipline in what you're doing, and they will be convinced. The second one can be the access to finance. It's difficult when you don't have proper papers. I like to thank also IFG Bank because they know how to accompany local entrepreneur in Gabon, especially when you're handled by Mr. Ogala. I need to say that. But when you are credible enough, people will take your hand and take you to some people that having a lot of money in the bank, not knowing what to do with that. But that gives you another level of responsibility. Because when people are investing in you, you need to be straight.
So what you say is that banks like AFG Bank help you
A lot.
because in Gabon there is people say that banks don't give money to young entrepreneurs.
You need to be credible. You need to have something already. I had my contract signed by many ministers. So I was credible already from the beginning. So it took like, let's say 10 days for them to give me what I needed to start.
Now you're breaking some minds because
I'm telling you,
most entrepreneurs that even I have here, they say it's difficult, they don't trust us, they don't give us money, but you add your money in 10 days.
Absolutely, we have the bank.
So it depends on the file that you have, the documents, the signatures that you have.
Absolutely, and also it depends on the bank. They are more open for Gabonese entrepreneurs. So go to them. So
the
last thing, the obstacle, the most important also was the human capital. You have a company, you have to give job to locals, and some of them are grateful, and they embrace your vision and they work hard because they know that you have salary at the end of the month. There's a small part that you cannot fire. But you need to fix them in a good way, of course, and accompanying them to discovering exactly where you're coming from, where you are, and where you're going. So that were the three obstacles, most important.
That's great. Now let's talk about the achievement that attracted significant attention recently in Gabon, the digitalization of driver's license in Gabon. You are the entrepreneur behind this technology. Can you tell us how did you become involved in this project?
I wanted to say because we can, but the two reasons how we had this contract. Our president, Mr. Bis-Clotaire Linkingema, made sure that in some sectors we have Gabonese, so local competencies, local abilities to handle it. That was the first thing. So that argument was aligned in the Ministry of Transport by Mr. Monfombi. And this was the first key. So only Gabonese were called for this.
Only Gabonese
for this
could
one.
have this contract.
Absolutely. But if they didn't find, I'm sure they will be looking for
French, US people.
Absolutely. So at the end, it was a really restricted tender. And what saved us is our experience and our expertise, but also the fact that we already did it in a country close to us. This is how we got it.
Which country?
Congo, Brazzaville, 2022.
That's amazing. So now, talking about this driver's license, why is this transformation important? Why do we need to go to the digital driver's license?
On this point, this is the most important question because it's about the user, not only for the minister, It's, I have a driver license. Mr. Limo, you have a driver license, and you know exactly.
I will have very soon.
Okay, wonderful. but you're lucky because we're already here. But before that, it was a long journey. And in Gabon, they give you the blue paper first. And normally, you're supposed to have it for 6 months. And we find people having it for 3 years because they were tired of putting money in fuel, going there, or maybe paying cabs and going to ask. And the
process was very long.
It was really long. So they were now we gain on time, and we gain also in transparencies because you don't have to see someone know that to make accelerate your process. So we gain in time, we gain in transparency, and we gain in safety because the new document talking about driver license and other documents that we're having, there's a lot of security inside.
So large-scale public technology are never easy.
Yes.
You have this deal with the Ministry of Transport. What were the many challenges you had inside, like working with the Ministry of Transport?
Let's say that innovation, as even the government department of innovation, it's something new in Gabon. And that's what's new. So it's changing attitude because some people are comfortable with the status quo, and transparency doesn't help a lot of people that are used to some practices, So it's a new thing. So it was, most of the difficulties were cultural and technical. Let's say that way, yes.
Okay, now looking ahead, what is your vision for this innovation that you're talking about, and for digital, Renguila's digital as a whole? Where are you going from now on?
I don't know if you remember, 4 or 5 years ago, my vision was to sign the contract in my country and to employ Gabonese. And today we employ more than 122 Gabonese in the company. Most of them are women in that sector. So we achieved what we wanted to achieve 5 years ago.
Okay.
Now the next vision is to have more public administration to handle in that sector, and also make sure that the government is using the local content here for the other countries around, in Africa.
So to become a reference
Absolutely.
from Gabon to go to Cameroon, to go to Nigeria,
yes.
and do
to
still in the digital innovation.
Absolutely.
So there's one point I would want us to go back. We're talking about technology, local expertise.
Yes.
What can we say about your technology? Was it made here, or did you take some foreign experts to come and build it for you? Who made it?
We made it here.
Here.
First step. Renguila was created here in 2017.
Okay.
And we perfected in Congo-Brazza with their vision.
Okay.
And here we have a different vision. So we had to change things. Luckily for me, I have a wonderful IT team. And I also work with an agency with a lot of talent, who accompany us to realize what we're doing. So let's say it's something that Renguila created in Gabon. And we work with a Congolese company in Brazzaville. And then we come back here and we arrange it to make sure that it fits with our realities. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I know that the government has also an eye on what you do. I think it's through the ANAF, National Agency for Innovation, I think.
Absolutely.
Digital infrastructures.
Exactly.
So what is the collaboration between this agency and your company?
ANAF is working, is like a part of the presidency. Okay. So they need to have an eye on everything that entrepreneurs are doing in the digital, So this is their role in that sector, in that project. Yes. Okay. So they give us the okay. So this is why we signed the contract. The minister. Absolutely.
So do you have a last word maybe for our viewers?
In Gabon, don't listen to people who think that we see you too much, dare to be yourself and go and get it.
Okay. So thank you for joining us on this show that you've been there before, so that's your place, the guest. I remind everybody that you are Madeleine Orlane Renguila. You're the founder of Renguila's for Africa and Renguila's Digital.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Mr. Lemonga.
Okay, so thank you also for watching us. Keep connected, stay in touch with Gabon 24, the best of Gabon, best of Africa, best of the world.